Class of 2019, look at you. It is good to celebrate you today. We begin with an invocation to call our attention to the things that matter. To be human is to be in a constant state of becoming. This is not just about you, but it's about those who have been affected by you and whom you have affected. Think back to all of those who have shaped your life up to this point, to all of the things that it has taken to get here. The love, the care, the support, the laughter, the challenge, the tears, the fights, the things that have helped us recognize what matters. And as you go forth from here, I hope that you are grounded in that becoming. And in that spirit, I would like to offer a prayer of blessing for you as we begin. O God of many names, we give thanks for these bright, talented, creative people here today and celebrate their commencement from this institution. We give thanks for the ways they have been shaped in this place and also for the ways that they have shaped Wesleyan. As they go forth from here, bless them, that they might continue to learn, continue to grow, continue to become, to use their voices to affect others and to bring love, mercy, justice, and care into this world. Amen.
Good morning. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Wesleyan College, it's my privilege and honor to welcome all of you here, especially our graduates and their families. Students, you have worked hard to get to this day, and I'm glad that we're all here to help you celebrate. Your degrees do not come with any guarantees of success, but they will open many doors to opportunities. We share your pride, admire your spirit, and look forward to seeing what opportunities you take and what your achievements will be. As Wesleyan graduates, you are following many before you who've had great successes in all walks of life. We look forward to seeing how you contribute and add to the legacy of Wesleyan graduates. Again, congratulations, and wish the best for you.
Well, good morning and welcome everyone to Wesleyan College and to Commencement 2019. We are not going to allow the weather outside to cloud the joy and enthusiasm we feel all around us today. And we are just delighted that so many parents and friends and family and loved ones have made the effort to be with us today for what is truly a milestone occasion in the lives of these graduates. We also welcome members of our Board of Trustees who support the work we do in so many ways. And to you who are graduating this morning, we offer our sincere congratulations. Many of you have been at Wesleyan for 2 or 3 or 4 years, and a few of you have been here off and on for 8, 10, I didn't ask you to raise your hand, but it's okay if you want to, and even 20 years. Persisting to reach your goal no matter how long it took. We are so very proud of all of you, the Wesleyan College class of 2019. Your efforts, perseverance, and hard work have brought you to this day, so hold your heads high. At the same time, and you've heard this before, I'm sure each of you would agree that nobody reaches a goal like this all alone. Behind you is a host of others, parents who anticipated and prepared for this day maybe even before you were born. Teachers all along the way, including your remarkable Wesleyan faculty who encouraged you to strive for excellence. Friends and family who championed your cause. Classmates who accompanied you on your journey and cheered you on. And then there are the many generous donors, mostly unknown to you, who made a Wesleyan college experience within your reach. Let's name a few of them. Findlay, Monroe, Knox, McNeil, Lane, Pitts, Edenfield, and so many more. I want you to take a moment to think of others and thank them from the bottom of your heart. And for the untold numbers who are not here but have been a part of your journey, even in spirit, we invoke their presence. But for all of you today who have supported these students, we say thank you. Students, would you like to say thank you? Okay, say it. Thank you. Seniors, we've heard great things about your plans. So far, we know that almost 20% of you are going right into graduate school at places like the University of Illinois, University of Southern California, University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center, Emory University's Candler School of Theology, Georgia Tech, George Washington University, Clemson University, Mercer School of Public Health, Boston College, Northwestern University, Columbus State, Columbia University, and Johns Hopkins Peabody Institute of Music. What a list. More than 43 of you are already employed with companies such as Robins Air Force Base, AmeriCorps, University of Kentucky, Clayton County Probate Court, and numerous hospitals and schools all over the world. One of you likes Wesleyan so much you plan to return next year to earn your BSN. And 2 of our graduates will continue in their current jobs as best service dogs ever. Have we told you how proud we are of you? A few weeks ago, our campus was the scene of our annual Alumni Weekend, when graduates of all ages returned to Wesleyan. The special stars of Alumni Weekend are the group fondly known as the Golden Bells, those alums who return for their 50th reunion. This year, 59 members of the class of 1969 returned, adorned with real golden bells around their necks, and what fun they had. These women have lived remarkable lives and accomplished remarkable things, personally and professionally. We also honored several outstanding alumni. There was Dr. Beverly Mitchell, who devoted 50 years of distinguished service to higher education and continues to serve Wesleyan as a trustee, and she is here today. Linda Rich, who left Wesleyan in 1969 to serve the Red Cross during the war in Vietnam, and subsequently served all over the world with the Salvation Army and other social services. There was Pamela Newton Smith, a pioneer in the Suzuki method of teaching piano to children, who had a 50-year career in music education. Throughout the weekend, I met so many wonderful women, wonderful Wesleyan women, who found creative ways to make their own corners of the world a better place through education, law, medicine, business, or as champions of civil rights and human rights. The years that followed their graduation in 1969 were some of the most complex years in American history. And these women were prepared for success and adversity by the preparation and life experiences they gained from their years at Wesleyan. And what about you, graduates of the class of 2019? This is a pretty complex time too. And just imagine what you will experience in the next 50 years. Think about the stories you will tell your classmates when you return for your 50th reunion in 2069. Wow. I won't be here, by the way. Some of you will tell stories of a career path that evolved just as you imagine it today, but it's much more likely that opportunities, life choices, and circumstances you can't imagine right now will take you in other directions. You too will meet success and adversity. You too will find ways to make the world a better place. Your years at Wesleyan have amply prepared you too for what lies ahead. And the liberal arts foundation you received here will prepare you to be flexible, to improvise when necessary, to be a problem solver, to lead difficult conversations, and to continue to learn in new ways. And while you may be trembling with both fear and excitement about what lies ahead, you are prepared. You are prepared. The narrative you will write in 2069 will be one of accomplishment, discovery, activism, fulfillment, and rich experiences, all deeply informed by your life at Wesleyan. And of course, the good news is we don't have to wait. You don't have to wait 50 years to help tell us your story. When you stay in touch with the college, we'll be able to celebrate your successes and cheer you on through the challenging times. And that's another advantage of being a part of this vast and wonderful Wesleyan network. I hope you'll recall your Wesleyan years as transformative, both for you and for the college. You did it. You mastered the art of dialogue with DID, diversity and inclusion discussions. You helped us introduce a new motto, one Wesleyan, many voices, find yours. You were here for the first year of our new Pierce Chapel and our renovated Willett Library. You helped rebuild our athletic programs. You helped us develop a new mission statement that promises a Wesleyan community that is academically challenging, purposeful, inclusive, and connected. See, we had you in mind when we selected those words, and we will continue to deliver the promise of that kind of Wesleyan community to those who come after you. Now, when you've had a few good nights of sleep, taken a walk, eaten some vegetables, and recovered from final exams and papers, I hope you will reflect back on the Wesleyan community you experienced in the classroom, in laboratories, in the studio or the residence halls, on athletic teams, through student government and class activities, or through relationships with other students, staff, and faculty. I hope you will recall a community that was academically challenging, purposeful, inclusive, and connected. I hope you will tell others about Wesleyan, and I hope you will remember that you left your mark on this tiny spot in the world, and your impact will ripple throughout time and space because of what happened here. May God bless you in your journey. Now it is my pleasure to introduce today's speaker. Tanja Kabir, whose journey has been remarkable indeed, is a graduate of Macon Central High School. Ms. Kabir completed her undergraduate degree at Fisk University and her Master's of Public Health from Morehouse School of Medicine. She is executive director of the Griffith Family Foundation, where she applies a social justice framework for community-centered grant-making in public health, community development, and education. But this is her second or third career already. After completing her graduate studies, she worked with the International Organization for Migration and U.S. Agency for International Development in East and Southern Africa, leading efforts in immigration, HIV prevention, and public health. Upon returning to Macon, she founded a nonprofit organization, Two Hands International, which empowers underrepresented youth through international exposure. Now she has entered the world of philanthropy, serving the Griffith Family Foundation, and what an impact she has already made, as evidenced by her numerous honors and awards, and I'll just name a few of them. 2019 Places Fellow for Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion, 2018, Changing Faces of Philanthropy. 2018, Emerging Cities Champion. 2018, Emerging Leader. And founding partner of Urbane, Young Black Professionals Network of Central Georgia. For these and so many other reasons, we wanted you to hear from Tanja Kabir and be inspired by her words and her journey. But there's more. I first met Tanja last year at an event that recognized local foundation leaders, including Tanja. She told me she had a special place in her heart for Wesleyan College because as a child, she benefited from our Aunt Maggie's Kitchen Table after-school program, a program that continues today thanks to the work of many of you. In Tanja's honor, we have with us today 2 students who have participated in Aunt Maggie's for the last 5 years, Rhaenyra Harden and Janiyah Stuckey, and I hope they'll stand and be recognized. We also welcome members of Ms. Kabir's family and special friends and Mr. Benji Griffith from the Griffith Family Foundation. Dr. Catherine Meeks, retired Wesleyan professor and creator of Aunt Maggie's Kitchen Table, told me that she recalled fondly Tanja's years at Aunt Maggie's. Tanja, she is so proud of the woman and leader you have become, giving you all the credit, not herself, and adding in her inimitable humility. She said this, "Along with my gratitude is my amazement about how one can do what seems to be so little and have the impact be so much larger than expected." Like Dr. Meeks, you, Tanja, have done more than just a little, and the impact will continue to be larger than expected. We welcome you back to Wesleyan.
Wow. I honestly feel like Dr. Fowler just kind of said it all. First, I'd like to say congratulations to the class of 2019. Well done. I'd like to thank the Board of Trustees and the officers of this esteemed college, the faculty and staff and administration, and everyone that keeps this institution running. I'd also like to thank Dr. Fowler for extending the kind invitation for me to come and join you on this special day. I do have to admit, though, when I first got the message to inviting me to speak, I thought for sure they misspelled Michelle Obama. But then I thought, hey, why not me? This is such an incredible honor, and there are some valuable lessons that I can share with you all today. Dr. Fowler, thank you so much. I'd like to also say thank you to the parents and the friends and the support systems that have allowed you as graduates to meet the necessary requirements to walk across this stage today. Your encouragement did not go in vain. And then to the graduates, thank you. Thank you for pushing yourselves, honing your skills, and maintaining just enough stamina to reach this goal. I regret to inform you, this is not the end. But right now, at this moment, you have accomplished something coveted and worthy of honor. So give yourselves a hand. Okay, so if you have absolutely no idea who I am, as previously stated, I am not Michelle Obama. But I do hope to share some insightful words with you this morning that will inspire and empower you as you take the next step forward. My name is Tanja Kabir. I'm a Meganite, a community advocate, and a philanthropist working to increase equity in community spaces. My purpose is to work with others to eliminate the barriers that stand in the way of individuals achieving a quality life. What that looks like for me is decentralizing those norms that continue to marginalize communities by race, access, class, and ability. I enjoy this work, and I feel a deep sense of fulfillment in doing it. Now, it is incredibly surreal to stand before you today, as just 10 years ago, I sat where you are sitting. With my head held high and my soul filled with anticipation, I was ready to embark upon this world. Just 20 years ago, I walked the very halls of this great campus as a preteen in the Midsummer Macon Arts program, learning about dance and visual arts and creative writing. What I recently learned is that a woman by the name of Catherine Meeks, which Dr. Fowler just mentioned, she was one of the connecting forces that helped me be able to participate in this type of programming. As a child from Anthony Homes, my parents didn't necessarily have the financial means to do this on their own. But Mrs. Meeks, who was also the first tenured African-American professor here at Wesleyan, co-founded Aunt Maggie's Kitchen Table, which provided tutoring, after-school support, and summer fun. That program still sits with the college today, even as she is recently retired. Aunt Maggie's Kitchen provided a liberating resource for me and my neighborhood friends, including my friend Valerie, who is here today. Is there anyone else here today that has been a participant or maybe a volunteer in the program? I'd love it if you could just stand and show yourselves. Wow. Okay. That program was very special to me, but it was also one of the earlier funded initiatives of the Griffith Family Foundation, an institution to which I now sit as the executive director, working hand in hand with the founder, Benji Griffith, to enhance community development through a social justice lens. Talk about full circle. But the work that Mrs. Meeks has done and the work that we see being done every day in this community should be treasured, because it makes me think of that concept of the village and how it truly takes a community effort to raise up a child, to raise up a leader. Wesleyan is but one village that has developed you. Having met with a few young ladies last week, it has cultivated a sense of being, a sense of empowerment, and a sense of justice for others. Wesleyan being an institution for women, my village consisted mostly of women. And tomorrow being Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day to you all out there. I'm grateful for my late mother and my late grandmother, Carlotta Kabir and Louise Francis, who diligently poured into me. Inadvertently, Wesleyan has offered me so much as well. As a social entrepreneur, they partnered with me to provide global leadership education to underrepresented youth with my own nonprofit here on this campus just 5 years ago. I'm just very grateful for my villages. And today, I'm grateful that I get to witness the achievements and the villages that have created you. I hope you see the value in pausing and reflecting and having gratitude for your village always. Do y'all know this song? Da 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 da. You make me happy, yeah. This you can bet. You stood right beside me, and I won't forget. All right, I see some of y'all singing out there. Okay. You should know. I want to make sure I'm right before I let go. All right, okay. I knew some of the real ones out there would help me finish that song. Thank you. Thank you. So, For some reason, when I think about the concept of the village, I think about Beyonce. Stay with me. From her recent works, including Lemonade, to the remake of Frankie Beverly's Before I Let Go, which you all just sang. I get really inspired by her creativity, her conceptualization, her purpose, and her power, right? Her recent documentary, Homecoming, gave me all the feels. And because I also attended a historically black college, I thought about my experience at Fisk University as I watched. In fact, I just came back from celebrating my 10-year reunion last weekend. Spoiler alert, my knees are not the same. That being said, I thought about what I would have needed to hear in that moment, and this song came to mind. What I love most about it is that it really talks about a moment, right? It alludes to this experience of letting go, but even further, it talks about that moment of what needs to happen before you let go. And so today, I want to talk to you about that moment, because today is that moment, right? You're about to let go of a lot of things. You're about to let go of this campus and the safe and secure feeling that it had being here. You're about to let go of some friends, not necessarily the relationship, but the idea that you saw them every day, right? You'll be letting go of fried chicken Wednesdays in the cafeteria, just so many things you're gonna be letting go of. And so today, right now, is a moment to sit and say, what is it that I need to understand before I leave this campus, before I walk across the stage, before I let go? With that, I have two main points. First, let's talk about letting go, the act of release. The first thing that I think you should let go of is the definition of success. I'll repeat that. Let go of the definition of success. You have to know that success is more about a feeling than any outward manifestation. And it's going to feel completely different for each and every one of you. It's also going to show up differently for you as an individual throughout your lifetime. And what is most interesting is that it can sometimes feel or come across like a failure. When I was younger, I worked for an organization that did some pretty good work in the community. I pined after that job, and I felt accomplished knowing that I was a professional in the field. After some time, I realized that this accomplishment no longer felt good. As it turns out, I was in an environment that wasn't conducive for growth, ingenuity, or my purpose. Not one to give in, I stuck around until termination finally let me go. I couldn't leave because then I'd have to face the pain of failure. And what would that look like? But by not following my passion, I was stunting my own actualization of success. And so what I learned is that what looked like a failure on the outside actually opened doors that I would have never, ever dreamed about. And it led me ultimately to this moment, which very much feels like a success. Sometimes life throws you a lemon. Let that lemon hit you in the face. Valerie Jarrett, advisor to former President Barack Obama, writes in her new memoir, Finding My Voice, I wish I had not defined success as achieving the mighty juggle with flawless perfection. Sometimes we have this single image of what success looks like, what it'll look like for our field, for our families, and for our lives. But it doesn't matter how passionate you are or how hard you work, failure may prevail. It's important to know that failure does not define you. Our mistakes create teachable moments that allow us to bounce back with vigor. Let that happen for you. Today is a clear success. No matter how you got here, celebrate that and let go of the mindset that success has to look a certain way. Let it be a feeling. The next thing I'd like to say, let go of, is the fear of discomfort. Did everybody hear me with that one? The fear of discomfort. We got to get uncomfortable, y'all. And we can't be afraid to do it. We are in a world that says that our value as women is 77% of a man's. If you're a black woman, like myself, that value is reduced because we get paid 61 cents to every dollar. Native American women and Latinx women make 58 and 53 cents, respectively, while Asian women are at 85 cents to the dollar. This is unacceptable. Not only can we not be afraid to show up as ourselves in the room, we can't be afraid to ask for our worth. No one benefits from our comfort, not even ourselves. Getting uncomfortable, it isn't just for us. If we want to see real change, we must consistently reshape what that change is going to look like. And we must do it in a way that is inclusive and respectful of everyone. People aren't going to like this, but remember, systems change is only uncomfortable for those with the advantage. Push for change anyway. Sometimes that can mean making room, yes. But even further, it means rolling up our sleeves and questioning, why is it we do things this way? As people who have been marginalized, we've been uncomfortable for centuries. Lean into that. What's a couple of uncomfortable minutes in conversation if we have the possibility to affect real change? Understand, everyone's well-being is community business. Remember that lemon. It's sour, but sometimes it helps us to heal. So of these things, maybe there are a few others that you'd like to add to the list. I invite you to add them now. That significant other that might need to go, those self-destructive thoughts and ways that might need to go. You know what they are. Make your list in your head and add those things to it now. So remember, the title of the song is Before I Let Go. And so the second major point here is the real work. Before I let go of these things, the definition of success, the fear of discomfort, what is it that I must understand about myself, about life, about this experience? I'd argue that we must understand our purpose. I mean, you hear this a lot, and sometimes it feels evasive. Something to understand about purpose is that it's not some elusive concept that you have to go out and find. It really is already within you. It may take some time and reflection to reveal itself, but it's there. And many of you know your purpose. But I'd like to add something a little bit more important. Just as we are as humans, we grow and evolve, so too does our purpose. It can change, it can move, it can progress. It may not be the same as it was yesterday or even 10 years ago. Let it grow. I have to credit a friend of mine, musician Alaz, who says, identify what gives you inner peace and inspiration, which might not be on that degree you get at graduation. Deny the designations that limit your mind's creation. To sterile occupations, hand in your resignation. I'm a testament for this. Sometimes we think that because we decided on a major at 18 or 19, we have to be beholden to that for the rest of our lives. We fear change because maybe there's not enough money in it, or what will our families think? Understand this. This life is yours. This journey is yours. We are most fulfilled when we follow that purpose, even as it may grow and develop. That is how doors and windows begin to open for you. Like lemons, whether it's zest, fresh, or dried, everything has an evolution, including your purpose. Let that happen. The last thing that I like to offer up is owning your power, okay? Everybody, say it with me. Owning your power. That was a little weak, so we're gonna try it one more time, okay? I'm literally saying owning your power, so own it in your voice, okay? 1, 2, 3. Owning your power. That was deep. How many of you out there today feel powerful? Raise your hand. Okay, it took a couple seconds for a few of y'all. We're gonna work on that one, but that's a good number. Dr. McAfee of PolicyLink says realizing our power or self-actualization is a very real and necessary step toward fulfillment. Before you walk into that board meeting, that hospital, that classroom, ask yourself, what does it take for me to fully present in this space? Then step into that completely. We cannot transform lives if we don't recognize our own power. When I first started at the Griffith Family Foundation, people seemed to be in a hurry to ask me to my face, why you? What qualifies you to be in this position? I could have chosen to be disturbed, but after a moment, I just had to think to myself, why not me? There are so many battles out here in this world to fight, but my purpose is to fight for this community. And I do that with compassion. Did you know that the poverty rate in Macon-Bibb is 27.8%? That's a travesty. Uncomfortable, right? I am committed to this battle. In fact, this is a war. And the work that we are able to help implement directly aligns with my purpose. And it just so happens to align with that of the foundations. So imagine me walking into work, not owning my power. We'd have one less warrior out here in these streets working to make a difference. And we need every ounce of talent there at the table and contributing to the table. You've got to own your power, know what you can do, and step into that actualization. We need you. So the next time someone asks, how many out there feel powerful, I hope you raise your hand as quickly as I just did. Even lemons know their power is in the strength of the sour. Own it. In owning your power, you gotta also understand that fear can be used to cripple or catapult you. If you let fear cripple you, you may never get to the other side. So when you think about whether or not you're good enough to hit the submit button on that job application, hit submit anyway. When you're sitting thinking about sharing your opinion at that meeting, but maybe no one will care, speak up. Speak up anyway. When you're afraid your contribution won't be accepted, contribute anyway. You have been educated. You have been prepared. You have been trained for this, okay? Now, I'm not saying don't take feedback or critique. Listen to that and hone in on that. But don't ever let fear put you in a place where you are unable to succeed because you are afraid to take the necessary first step. Take that step anyway. So the things we need to understand before we let go. Your purpose can change. Own your power. Fear can cripple or catapult you. If you have some additional things that you'd like to add to this list, do that now. This is your experience, your life. In summation, when we think about letting go, and of course, all the things that we need to learn and understand before we let go, we have to also realize that this is a constant act. How many of you have ever done yoga? Okay, a few. There's this one meditation in yoga where the teacher asks you to breathe in, hold it in at the top, and then sigh it out. That act of breathing is letting go. Now I hear some of you saying, wait a minute, this entire speech is just telling me to breathe? Yes, girl, breathe. This is literally just the first moment of the rest of your life. For women, heart disease is the leading cause of death in America. It accounts for 28.4% of deaths for all women, no matter their race or ethnicity. It's important to get this practice down early. Sometimes you'll just need to pause and take a deep breath. And as you do that, think about those things that you need to let go of. And then, of course, before you let go, hone in on the things that you need to understand about yourself. Let's practice that now. Everyone, prepare to take a deep breath, okay? We're gonna breathe in for 3 seconds, we're gonna hold it in for 3 seconds, and then we're gonna sigh it out together, okay? Remember, before we breathe in, what are the things you're gonna be letting go of? And then what are those things that you're gonna be ruminating about in the top of your mind? So let's give it a try. Are you ready? It don't sound like y'all ready. Are you ready? On the count of 3, we're gonna breathe in for 3, hold it in and out, okay? 1, 2, 3. Breathe in, 2, 3, hold it in, and let it out. Wow. That felt good, okay? I hope it felt good for you too. Remember, this is a constant act. Breathing is a constant act. So you have the opportunity to do this type of reflection anytime that you need to. I'd argue that today is an important time to do so. You can reflect and think about what it is you need to understand before you walk off this campus. Listen, adulting can be hard, but there are so many life lessons that you can learn and build upon. The thing that I hope you take home today is the importance of taking a deep breath. Breathe. Your village, when nurtured, will always be there for you. Take care of yourselves and your bodies. Live with purpose, with power, and with presence. Be fearless. Let go of that definition of success and the fear of discomfort. Find ways to live and love unconditionally. Eat lemons. Dance to Beyonce. And remember, we are born complete, so never let anyone convince you otherwise. You have a great education. You have been prepared to take on this world. You are the magic. You are unstoppable. This is one life that we have, so let's have a good time. Turn around, dip and slide. Twirl yourself to the right now. Ooh. Bunny hop, drop. Dance, sing, laugh, and breathe. Thank you.
Thank you, Concert Choir and Professor Cheek. In 2012, Wesleyan College was selected to participate in the prestigious Algernon, Sidney, and Mary Mildred Sullivan Awards program, created in 1890 to honor its two namesakes, who set a standard for character and service that was a hallmark in their era and still is today. These awards, represented by a bronze medallion, are now given annually by the Sullivan Foundation to recognize individuals whose character and dedication to service distinguish them as examples for others. Since 1934, the Sullivan Foundation has presented these awards at selected colleges and universities in America, in the American South. And Wesleyan is just one of 6 institutions in the state of Georgia approved to participate in the program. We're thrilled to have established this tradition of giving the Mary Mildred Sullivan Award to a graduating senior during commencement and to continue this tradition this morning. At Wesleyan, the Sullivan Award is presented to the graduating student who best exemplifies these qualities: excellence in character, leadership, service to the community, and commitment to spiritual values, embodied by the anthem we just heard. This year, we are delighted to recognize a student who more than meets this high standard. This student arrived at Wesleyan in the fall of 2015 as a rather shy young woman, knowing that she wanted to study science. By her sophomore year, she had also discovered Wesleyan's Lane Center for Service and Leadership, where she took advantage of opportunities to grow and lead by serving others. Her work included, Tanja, tutoring the children of Aunt Maggie's kitchen table, helping the victims of sexual assault and domestic violence at Crisis Line and Safe House, and participating in many other worthy efforts benefiting those in need: senior citizens, animals, at-risk children and youth, individuals with developmental challenges, and so many more. In her 3 years as a servant leader, she has officially accrued an astounding 500 service hours. That's just the official count, far surpassing the 50 hours required during each semester for a servant leader. But merely citing the number of hours she has logged, impressive though they may be, does not convey the depth of her contributions or the measure of her character. Through her work at the Lane Center, our recipient learned that she not only has a heart for service, but she also had a real talent for leadership. For the past 2 years, what would Jill Amos have done without her? She chaired the Student Leadership Committee of the Lane Center, and currently she's acting as the Lane Center assistant, assuming administrative functions, organizing and leading service projects, both large and small, and managing other volunteers. Among her many activities that she has led are the twice-a-year Wow-A-Day campus-wide service events. One of these included recruiting and organizing more than 200 volunteers among 24 community partners, while also being responsible for managing transportation and supplies and extensive follow-up and feedback that such an event requires. In all these activities, our recipient carries out her tasks without fanfare and without the need for accolades. She knows how to build community and is able to plant the seeds necessary to help others grow. And while she never seeks the limelight, she does not shy away from being an eloquent spokesperson for the Lane Center and servant leadership when the need arises. In addition to her commitments as a biology major and a servant leader, our recipient has worked all 4 academic years in Wesleyan's Office of Institutional Advancement through the college's work-study program. There she assists with special event preparation and execution, outreach to members of the student body, and the daily operations of the Advancement Office. During the recent alumni weekend, she could be seen registering guests, driving the golf cart, teaching others how to drive the golf cart, and greeting alumni while cheerfully answering questions about her own Wesleyan experience. Often, when the Advancement Office was short on personnel to staff or prepare for an event, she stepped in, volunteering her time beyond her available work hours. She's volunteered as an ambassador for the admissions staff. Her reliability, her competence, and her good-humored determination always to get the job done make her a beloved member of any community, any village of which she is a part. This recipient, some of you may be guessing who it is now, came to Wesleyan knowing that she wanted to pursue a career in science and chose to major in biology. Her work at the Lane Center, particularly with the children at Aunt Maggie's, has revealed to her a passion for service and a desire to work with populations that are medically underserved. I'm delighted to hear that she's beginning a career path that brings all of this together, her love of science and her love of service. Next fall, she will begin an online master's program in public health at Mercer University, and she'll soon start an internship with an organization in Memphis, Tennessee, that provides comprehensive health care and health services to individuals with little or no access to medical care. As Frederick Buechner, the American writer and theologian, has said, "The place God calls you to is the place where your deep gladness and the world's hunger meet." Our recipient has certainly found this place. And so it is my honor to present the 2019 Mary Mildred Sullivan Award at Wesleyan College to Abby Price.
Occasionally, the Board of Trustees decide to honor a retiring faculty member with the title of Professor Emeritus. Dr. Patrick Calvin Pritchard joined the Wesleyan College faculty in 1999 and has challenged and educated hundreds of Wesleyan students ever since. He has inspired a generation of students to embrace the natural world as their lifelong classroom and playground. In addition to his outstanding work in the classroom, he has been an active scholar and campus leader, establishing many Wesleyan programs and traditions. In the words of one of his colleagues, for 2 decades, Patrick has been central to the life of the college, developing and promoting academic programs, supporting and empowering students, expanding ties to the Macon community, enriching facilities and cultural experiences, and applying his signature style of gentle intensity to nurturing the development of a Wesleyan as a caring community. As a result of all of those qualities, the members of the Board of Trustees of Wesleyan College have voted to bestow upon him the title of Professor Emeritus of Education. Dr. Pritchard, will you join me? Congratulations. And now for the moment you've been waiting for. Very patiently. The candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree will please rise. President Fowler, on the recommendation of the faculty of Wesleyan College, I present these candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Georgia, and upon recommendation of the faculty and the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you and each of you the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all the rights, privileges, and honors appertaining thereto.
The candidates will please come forward. Andrea Acosta. Jasmine Bailey. Suravi Batawa, summa cum laude, in absentia. Kristen Beasley, cum laude. Hannah Yehuwala Bikel. Crystal Laree Bell, cum laude. Najma Bennett, magna cum laude. Tiffany Bronson. Adrienne Bernicia Brown, cum laude. Taylor Burbage. Ezekiel Leon Hammonds Bush. Samantha Camp, cum laude. And Raven. Hannah Charles, magna cum laude. Shwaiton Chon, magna cum laude. Srihashani Chutleri, magna cum laude. Asia Brianna Cooks, magna cum laude. Amber Lacey Davis, magna cum laude. Ugochi Chigosaram Imarale, cum laude. Jordan Taylor Gainey, cum laude. Asia Nafisha Garman. Alexis Latrice Golden. Come on! Hall, cum laude. And Norman. Laura Ann Harness, summa cum laude. Lauren Harvey. Kimberly Wong, magna cum laude. Melinda Hobbs. Valentina Chishwan Wong, summa cum laude. Vector Ing Wong, magna cum laude. Kayla Jania Isom, magna cum laude. Adrian Sierra James. Michelle Jones, cum laude in absentia. Kennedy Ray Jones. Sydney Joy King, cum laude. Tasha Sarita Lamb. Morgan Lammy, summa cum laude. Anna Michelle Latimer, summa cum laude. Ing Hai Lee. Peiwan Cindy Lee, summa cum laude. Jasmine Esan Mace. Courtney Virginia McCoy, magna cum laude. Jessica Nicole McCrory. Triani McKinney. Kaylin Elizabeth Miller Benson. Stephanie Mixon, cum laude. Jennifer Lynn Moore in absentia. Olivia Moore, cum laude. Chelsea Lee Morse. Amber Storm Murray, magna cum laude. Courtney Midlowski. Zoe Newfer, magna cum laude. Amber Oliveros. Edie Alexandria Osuma, summa cum laude. Alexandra Polk. Angela Maddox Pierce, magna cum laude. Catherine Amelia Pribenow. Abby Price. Juing Q. Sophia Maya Ramirez, summa cum laude. Maria Randall. Tishani Latay Reed. Tara Johanna Regal, magna cum laude. Stacy Marie Rice, cum laude. Gabrielle Riggins, in absentia. Chelsea Elizabeth Robbins, summa cum laude. Amaya Lakili Rogers, cum laude. Lavita Simmons. Miasha Simpson. Jasmine Nichelle Sims. Daphne Cassandra Smith. Elizabeth Smith, cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Smith, in absentia. Skylar Stanley. Vicky Red, in absentia. Barbara Grace Stiles Williams. Lauren Stein, magna cum laude. Tyler Renee Thigpen, in absentia. Georgia Grace Rose Michelle Thompson. Christina Valdez, magna cum laude. Caitlin Van Ryswick, magna cum laude. Brooklyn Watson, magna cum laude. Emily Rachel Williams. Kyla Lene Williamson. Jia Sing Wu, magna cum laude. Tiana Denise Wynn. Ming Fei Zhao, summa cum laude. Jialing Zhou, cum laude. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree please rise? President Fowler, on the recommendation of the faculty of Wesleyan College, I present these candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Georgia, and upon recommendation of the faculty and the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you and each of you the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing, with all the rights, privileges, and honors appertaining thereto.
Will the candidates please come forward? Casey Stoics Boyette. Kylie Marie Brust. Abigail Carlson, summa cum laude. Will Andrea Perkel Carswell. Rebecca Elizabeth Kuhn. Caitlin Durden. Kendra Ingfer. Victoria Alexis Epps. Stacy Aaliyah Flounders. Mary Peyton Fowler. Kelsey Haley. Taylor Hardwick. Kalaya DeJure Hartley. Jay Kim. Holly Elizabeth Kittle. Katrina Michelle Lee. Lauren Lightsey, magna cum laude. Maddie Mitchell Livingston. Taylor Mayhew. Kiera Moss. Kendall Robinson. Savannah Stewart. Ladies and gentlemen, stand up, graduates. May I present the class of 2019.
Please stand for the alma mater.
Graduates, we are grateful for you, we are proud of you, and we are hoping for your very best. As you go forth from here, may you let your purpose grow and own your power to work for the well-being of all. Go enjoy.
Yeah!